I almost started to believe her when I realized I was agreeing with Dionne Warwick. Dionne and I, we don't agree. We like each other, but in a weird kind of way. Dionne, I think that would be safe to say. Suzanne, do you remember when Dionne came to the show and shamed me for not standing because she's a legend?
Oh, I remember. We talked about it all the time.
And I was like, oh, I didn't realize. Yes, that's me in the middle of a shamation. Yeah. So Dionne Warwick is being slammed by the Beehive. Well, you know what, Dionne, I got your back. I must say. Only because I think I understand what she's saying. Okay, so she had this sit down with Essence.com and she said that Beyonce's not an icon. Well, honey, now excuse me, sir, I clutched my pearls. There's a hater on aisle 1, Beehive swarm him. And after that, munch on Norman. Oh. Who feels as though Beyonce is not an icon.
No, I did not say that.
Oh?
Well, what happened was, I said she's just not at the level of Michael Jackson.
And no. And I and Beehive, I don't care what you think about me, but I happen to agree with you all today. I do think that she's at the level of Michael Jackson. I think that, hold on, and listen to why I'm saying what I'm saying. And then you could throw tomatoes. I feel like Beyonce has accomplished so much so fast, and most of it has to do with social media. Then, when you follow her on social media, you like what she's throwing at you. What she's giving you, you like her like that. It's not, Dionne comes from a generation, and I understand what she's saying. When Dionne thinks of an icon, first of all, I think it's a particular age that she's still stuck in. You know, an icon cannot be, you know, a 40-something-year-old woman. You know, an icon's got to be a lot older. Dionne probably also is of the mindset, like an icon comes from a family that scrubbed floors and had a cotton field or something like that. Something of real meager means and know-how, and then an icon is born. That would be Dionne Warwick. You know what I mean? Beyonce is a new, and so is Whitney. Whitney was coddled by her mother, Sissy, and Dionne, and of course Whitney's an icon. Of course she's an icon. But it's not Beyonce's fault that Matthew was making a handsome salary, 6 figures, doing his engineering thing, and that her mom owned a very popular hair salon. And they were driving nice cars and lived in a nice house to begin with. And she ran in heels, you know, as opposed to, you know, having kids when she was 15 and you know, mom has one leg and dad, I've never seen in my life. And like sorry, you know, the things that she's accomplished. And this is not to cheapen Beyonce's iconism, but I think that being called an icon these days is cheap. You know, there are a lot of people that are called icons these days that aren't icon status. I can't think of any off the top of my head because I would definitely say it. And for a lot of classic icons like Dionne Warwick, they might be thinking like, well, will she be an icon in 70 years? Or excuse me, in 30 years? Yeah, people will still remember Beyonce's mark on the world in 30 years. Yes, Beyoncé is an icon like Michael Jackson in my mind, yes. And Prince was alive, but he was a living icon, and now he's a passed on icon. Is Usher an icon? Usher. I was just thinking the same, like, you're not an icon, but he's been around for a long time. But if Usher comes from the same cloth as Beyonce, then why is Beyonce an icon? Just something to sit on while we talk about the Spice Girls. That's all.